Sikhs are so much closer to us than you would think.
Oh, really? Tell me about it.
We have so much in common with Sikhs, dude.
Yeah. One of the things that we have in common with them is super awesome facial hair. Okay.
Yeah, look at that. We're going to have to use Orson Pratt. You know, we're just going to have to use Orson Pratt. It's the best one.
It's just that good.
This is going to be the best day ever. This is going to be the best day ever. Wake up.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Ward Radio. I'm your host, Cardin Ellis, and thanks for joining me in this early morning edition. I'm joined by a killer cast via the Zoom machine by none other than Brad Whitbeck and Riley Whitbeck, as well as Jonah Barnes, Ward Librarian. Oh, wow. Ward Librarian. I see you're reading some good literature there. We'll have to talk about that in a minute, because right now on the docket, we've got a super interesting article I'd like to share with you. The Latter-day Saint Church, the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints, is joining with our Sikh friends to do some Sikh service in Dubai, of all places. And
I see what you did there.
What did I do, bro? What did I do?
Sikh service.
Yes.
Did you know there's a lot of people who pronounce Sikh, Sikh.
Oh, shut up! Really?
When you said,
I did not know that.
Yeah, no. And so when you're saying like,
no, it was an alliteration, bro. It was alliteration. Some Sikh service.
I'm gonna start saying that when people are like Sikh, bro. I'm gonna be like, yeah, Sikh.
Oh, that's funny. No, because we had killing it. No, we had crushing it in Cambodia, and then we had leveling up in Liberia, and so now we got the Sikh service of the Sikhs, or they're down with the Sikhness. Down with the Sikhness, you know? So, yeah, we got our buddies here, our Sikh friends and family that are doing some service with the LDS Church, which has led to a really cool commentary that we're going to give. And then we're also going to discuss this very odd phenomenon that has happened, in which we are now having a beard off between members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and assorted apostles with their Sikh leadership counterparts over there on the other side. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. So we got all kinds of cool stuff we're going to be talking about today. Jonah Barnes brought this to my attention, and Brad, I wanted to rope you in because I know you grew up with a bunch of Sikhs in Canada and could kind of explain some of these cool cultural isms that you fell in love with.
For just a little bit of my life.
Okay, well, hey, it's enough that you know more than I do, okay? So, Jonah, tell us what's going on, why you sent me this article. I'm loving it, and then we'll throw in some commentary with Brad. Jonah, hit it. Ward Librarian, go.
So, just a few weeks ago, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints turns out is all over the world. We are everywhere, in every nook and cranny. And also in the United Arab Emirates is one place where we happen to have members of the church. And those members of the church are partnering with the local Sikh temple, the Guru Nanak Darbar Gurudwara.
Is that you just pronouncing the word with a Russian accent because you served your mission in Russian, hoping
there was a little bit of Russian that snuck in there.
Yeah,
everything I say,
that was pretty good though.
Everything I say I have no idea how they would pronounce it, so I'm just doing the best I can. But whatever that thing was,
sounded real.
Okay.
It sounds kind of like he must know what he's talking about.
It was way less cancelable than doing it in an Indian accent, okay?
Like, that's true. That's a good point. Yeah, I'm not even going to try.
That's what we go for, is the least cancelable accent.
The Guru Nanak Darbar Gurudwara.
Oh no, it was better the first time for sure.
It's the largest Sikh temple in the whole region, or the whole Gulf region, and they for 7 years, or actually more long, about 9 years, they've been doing this effort where they are making food kits, like 10,000 of them for the local community. The Sikh religion believes a lot in by their fruits ye shall know them. I don't know where they get that from, but they're packaging a lot of food and giving it to the local community. And the local Dubai stake and the stake President Messino, I think his name is, said, hey, this is great. We want to get in on this. And so they were collaborating in this effort to pack up food, 10,000 kits for people, food kits for people in the local area who are in food insecurity. So it's an awesome collaborative effort by the church and the Sikhs to show good fruits, to care for the Lord's children. And it is something that shows that these Sikhs, even though their beliefs are totally different than Christianity, than creation or Savior or Messiah or whatever. They're producing the fruits. Well,
Sikhs are so much closer to us than you would think.
Oh, really? Yeah? Tell me about it.
We have so much in common with Sikhs, dude. Like, okay, not to be like disrespectful about this, but okay, Sikhs. So there's a thing. Did you know they baptize as well?
Whoa.
Yes, I read this quickly, but I don't know much about it.
No, I didn't know that.
So this was fascinating. I went to this was actually something I did as part of my what is it called? A young men's activity. When I was about 16, we went to a Sikh temple as part of it. And we had a really, really good conversation with some of these Sikh guys. And what was fascinating was they believe in baptism, but at least the ones that I spoke to there said that they don't necessarily have the same kind of concept of repentance after baptism that we do, right? And so you will have like businessmen who put off getting baptized until they're much older, so that if they like mess up a business deal or like say something that feels like they maybe did something wrong in it, like they can make sure that they repent of that before they get baptized, right? So like it's not like they're just giving themselves license to sin up until they get baptized.
Just covering their bases.
But it's like, hey, I want to make sure that I'm in a position that I will be baptized and then not sin again, right? Huh. So that's a really fascinating like similarity, but combined with the difference with the baptism and the difference.
It's fair. I used to think I should die immediately after taking the sacrament. And if I did not, then that would be it for me. Because there's no way I could make it all the way through the rest of the week. So I had to die right after taking that water.
Pretty dark, Riley.
Yeah,
this is like when I was like 8 or 9.
Yeah, that's no wonder you're such a good author. No wonder you're such a good author, because you come up with really dramatic premises.
I do. You know? I am very dramatic. That's true.
So all I can say is that I've always had a ton of respect for the Sikhs. First off, because there's many of them in Los Angeles. Okay, it doesn't seem to be as much of a proselytizing faith as, for example, evangelical Christianity, Jehovah's Witnesses, or members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So it's not like, they're running out saying, let me tell you what I believe, right? At the same time, when you travel to India or other parts of the Middle East where there's a prominent Sikh population, you always have to go to the State Department's website, because the CIA gives information on every country about, the safety for American citizens that are traveling abroad and so on and so forth. And they give all kinds of different recommendations, from what type of plugs you should have in the outlets as part of your travel kit to the danger and security of the area that you're about to visit. And when you go to India, what's so interesting is in the travel advisories and the recommendations that the State Department has, it literally says, like, if you get lost in India, like, there's 2 places you should head. One, to the embassy, and if you can't find an embassy, go to the nearest Sikh temple. They're morally obligated to assist, like, people, and they're pretty good at it. And like, they'll take you in and give you food, and if you're lost or sunburned, they'll like take care of you. If you need medical assistance, they'll help you out. Like, no joke. Like, per the recommendation of the State Department, it said, if you get lost, just head to the closest Sikh temple and they'll help you out. And I was like, dang, that's a stirring recommendation right there,
Dude, and that is a like manifestation of their solid belief that everyone is equal before God, right?
Yeah.
You know how we have scriptures that say like that everyone is alike before God, black and white, bond and free, male and female, right?
Yeah.
Like Sikhs are the same way. They believe that everyone is equal before God. They also believe that there is only one God, right? They're monotheistic in that way. They're similar to us in that way too. They're really fascinating. Another cool parallel. I don't know if there's a religion, even among ours, that more accurately lives the doctrine that your body is a temple, right? They have a high level of believing that their body is a temple. And I don't know if they'd necessarily express it in that exact
same verbiage.
Way. Yeah. But it depends on who you talk to about it. I remember
aren't they vegetarian, bro? Aren't they vegetarian?
So I think it depends on the Sikh, but they at their temples they will make vegetarian food so that everyone whether they're vegetarian or not, can partake of the food that they make.
Okay, cool.
And so I'm not positive that all Sikhs are vegetarian as part of their own culture, though every Sikh I knew growing up made killer vegetarian food. And let me tell you, if I were to be vegetarian, I would want a Sikh cookbook because they know how to do it right. So I wouldn't be surprised if it turned out that, they all are vegetarian.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Brad, because you're a resident expert because, I don't know, you lived in a Sikh neighborhood for 6 months in Toronto when you were there or whatever your credentials are. Or Edmonton. Yeah, okay. So Sikhs are the ones with the turbans, correct? They're traditionally known because they have the long hair and they do that kind of beautiful head wrap and it gets made into a turban, right? Well, they
have a special comb and everything. It's awesome.
Okay, so I have a friend and I just placed this in the Discord so you guys can see it and I'm going to pull it up. So it's just as much as a surprise to our audience as it is to you guys. But I have a friend who for years was a Luftwaffe pilot or Lufthansa pilot. And he's a real estate agent.
I was going to say,
no, for modern Lufthansa. We're talking in the early 2000s. And he flew in the Indian Air Force, the Foxbat, which is the fastest airplane ever made. I think it's even faster than the SR-71. It was Russia's response to the SR-71, and he actually flew one. He was in the Indian Air Force because his father was, and I'm pretty sure his father was Sikh as well. Look at this picture. Look at this picture I'm putting up on the screen. Is that not the coolest Indian dude you ever saw in your life?
Super cool.
It's like a P-51 Mustang with 5 propellers and then that regal shirt standing proud with the turban. Like, I'm pretty sure it's the turbans in India are mostly Sikh, right? If not exclusively Sikh, right? Because it's not just
I don't know if it's exclusively Sikh, but it's definitely a Sikh thing. So, as part of their belief that their body is a temple, right? That their respect for their own body, they don't cut their hair, right?
Yes, exactly.
And so they will let it grow forever. And so their turbans that they have is their hair. Yeah, and they wrap it up.
That's so heavy.
And it functions as a helmet. Like they literally, in like wars back in the days when they were using swords and everything, it would work as a helmet. Like a enemy's sword blade would pop off of it because of the way that they would wrap their turban.
Strongest necks in the world.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Have you ever seen the movie Inside Man with Clive Owen from, I'd say, the early to mid 2000s? Great movie about a bank heist where I won't spoil it for you how they ended up stealing the money from the bank. But one of the snafus that the law enforcement made was in thinking that it might have been a terrorist in the beginning. They take the Sikh guy out, and when they're trying to arrest him, he's like, "It's not a turban, it's a whatever," and they pull it off his head, and he has this long, beautiful hair because the guy was in his mid 20s, so he had 20 years worth of hair growth, and it was wild being like, wow, that was all up there. And then I looked it up online, and yeah, just like here, women in America can make amazing braids with their long hair. Riley, you have insanely long hair as well. You can get it growing really long as well. Like it's incredible how long their hair gets. And what's really cool is they roll it in it's not a sheet, but in whatever I'm forgetting the name. I took the class Religions of the World at BYU, and I used to know all these names for things, but now I don't. But they take this cloth and they roll it in it, their hair in it, and then that's how they make the turban work. And it's so cool. Like, it is actually like way cool. It's like, I would grow my hair out for that if I could do it. And if it weren't nasty curly. But
and speaking of long hair, so we have exclusively for our ward radio radiologists here tonight. Now that we are close to our Sikh brethren,
yes,
who are just totally awesome people,
who we have so much more in common with than we
realize.
Yes. Yeah. One of the things that we have in common with them is super awesome facial hair. Okay.
Yeah, look at that.
Tonight we have a Ward Radio beard off. Okay, and we're going to start with Russell M. Nelson with his goatee.
This isn't real, right?
Versus a Sikh gentleman. Riley, everything I say.
I don't know if it is.
Riley,
that's fine.
I never joke around.
Is this Sikh guy?
I never joke around.
Cute little goatee.
Yeah, so that's Russell M. Nelson with his super hipster goatee. He would look really good with a goatee. Very regal, very regal. Yeah. Now we've got the next one.
Well, is the Sikh guy across from him also 99?
Oh,
So that turmeric is working wonders. Like, dang.
Wow.
yeah. Watch,
I'm gonna be a
it's just
vegetarian.
a stock photo. The guy's not even Sikh, and he, sends us an email like, "You're misrepresenting me."
He's like, whoa. You
Okay,
think
so
just 'cause
next
I'm
we've
wearing a
got-
turban? 'Cause there
next-
are other people who wear turbans, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's not only Sikhs.
Yeah.
So the next we have Elder Bednar. Elder Bednar with his beard looking awesome, just crushing it.
my
Look at this
goodness.
guy. Look at this handsome chap. Now, however, the Sikh gentleman in this photo, I think, has got the leg up on Elder Bednar.
yeah.
So Elder
What
Bednar.
is the criteria here for this
I
competition?
don't know how you'd ever beat a Sikh in a beard off.
Oh, well,
hold
we're
on,
gonna see.
hold on.
We're gonna see if there's hope.
We're
Oh,
not
yeah?
done yet. The Latter-day Prophets are not finished yet. Okay. Next we have Brigham Young. Now Brigham Young has his
Okay, that's
beard.
pretty closer.
Get it.
Now this
brother,
dude has
brother.
a sword, and that looks pretty cool. Now the rules are it's just supposed to be about the facial hair, right? But this guy decided to bring a sword. Now that's cute.
Oh.
But if you're going to bring other things into the facial hair beard
Oh.
off, then Brigham Young gets to bring the fact that he founded half of the continental United States, and
he can get the ladies. He has no problem with
that is true. He also abolished Indian slavery, which is something that the Sikhs struggle with in their caste system. So just saying.
Whoa.
You're going to bring swords. to the
Don't lay
beard
that
fight.
on the feet of the
Hey,
Sikhs.
Hey, you're going to bring
All
swords
of the
to the beard
people in
fight.
India.
Then
No,
Brigham
by the
gets to
way-
bring other things too.
Check out his shoulder patch right there.
Okay.
That's the Sikh religious symbol.
Oh, it's got like the daggers.
Yeah.
This guy is
That's
cool.
super cool though. Super
It's
cool.
so
though.
sweet.
Dude, we
But
got
Brigham
so
is-
much to learn from these cats. There's no Mormon patch with a sword of Laban on it. Yet here we've got straight up like bearded warrior priests. Like that is so rad. Like
Well,
So cool.
I mean, it's an interesting thing. It's called a kirpan, I think. I might be saying that wrong.
okay.
But it's a thing that they're supposed to carry a dagger at all times.
Yeah, carry a dagger all the
Shut
time.
up!
And
Yes! They're like Mandalorians. Weapons are their religion.
no, literally, yeah. And this
I'm
was like,
converting to Sikhism. If anything happens in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, I thought I would just become some blood-sucking, nihilistic, descending into breaking the law of chastity, constantly atheist who just ends up hating himself and addicted to drugs and antidepressants like all the others. But no, forget that. I'm going Sikh, and I'm carrying around a dagger, and I'm saying this is part of my religious freedom. I never would have
And
been
now-
arrested
now,
in that
pardon-
airport.
Harden to take off his hat and then just toss his name.
and now, Cardin, before you get too excited, it's not always like a full-on actual dagger. A lot of the times, it's more symbolic, right? Especially, I think Canada, they had to make it a symbolic thing because they weren't allowed to carry the knife
Well,
itself.
if we're going symbolic,
I
mean,
will help the
wearing
Canadian
full armor of
Sikhs
God.
take back their
Right.
religious heritage. I will help them lead the revolution. We need to get that back. That is awesome.
So cool.
Okay,
Daggers.
next one, my man.
So the next one we have now, the Latter-day Saints start to regain ground against our Sikh brethren. This is
Okay.
Joseph F. Smith, the Luke Skywalker
But
of the
the
Latter-day
loop.
Saints.
Oh, dude, but the loop, yeah, that loop is
Pretty good.
next level, man.
That's a good
Pretty good.
one.
It's pretty good. That's Joseph F. Smith. Now, in his defense, this is Joseph F. Smith when he was super young. In this photo, he is not. Remember, he lived to be like 1,000 years old. Okay. So this is Joseph F. Smith when he's, I don't know, in his 40s or something. So
Yeah.
he's got a pretty sweet beard. Now, however, there can only be one champion. And this is where the Latter-day Saints take the trophy away from the Sikhs. This is, ladies and gentlemen, for your consideration, Orson Pratt.
Yeah.
Orson
Oh,
Pratt.
dang.
Yes.
Oh,
he's
that
the
is
bull-
next level,
I
man.
know. Nobody messes with
Brett.
Orson Pratt's beard.
That is funny. Dude.
He's got it.
Wow.
So we love our Sikh brethren, and it's been wonderful having a beard off with y'all. But sorry, there can only be one, and it is Orson Pratt.
Dude, that
And that
is
beard.
so. What are we going to title this? I mean, I can't just call it "Down with the Sikhness." Oh, we can say you can say the LDS
Cardin
Church
is getting down with the Sikh.
Oh,
No,
Yes,
no, the
you
LDS
can.
Church, the LDS Church gets down with the Sikhness and epic beards. And then I'm going to show, is the Orson Pratt picture ubiquitous enough that on a thumbnail people would recognize it, or should I do the beard with Bednar? The beard with Bednar actually looks too real and not cool. I'm thinking Brigham Young and the Sikh guy with the dagger logo, or no, we're gonna have to use Orson Pratt. You know, we're just gonna have to use Orson Pratt. It's the best one.
It's just that good.
It's the best.
Now,
one.
if for those of you watching, if you like daggers and adventure and international ancient religions and things like that, you need to make sure that you check out
nice
the latest
segue.
and greatest book for fantasy novel. There's plenty of books you can read out there that are not appropriate.
Oh wait,
Plenty
by the way,
out there that are not appropriate.
Brad,
But this is one that is appropriate. Dragon Thief for the Skystone Chronicles, books 1 and 2. My children are annoyingly obsessed with them. Not annoyingly. Well, kind of annoyingly obsessed with them.
By the way,
today,
wait, Jonah, Brad, you got to talk to me about this. Somebody posted this in the Discord, and I didn't know what it was. And you have to tell me if it's real, because I've never heard of this stuff. And I didn't LARP like with those swords in the middle of the quad at BYU like you guys did.
Yes, you did.
You know what I'm saying?
Your
So-
You were a
makeup was
theater
really
kid,
good.
man.
I was a show choir kid, which meant I could get girls. Theater guys can't get girls. So,
Whoa. I double dip, show choir and theater.
you know, okay. So, this came up in the Discord today. Is this real?
Yeah.
It says Indies Today. I've never heard of this, but it says Book Awards, editorial reviews, and more. It says Dragon Thief by Blake and Raven Penn, January 31st, 2024. And did you win a contest, bro? What is this?
Dude.
Yeah, we did. Okay. So Indies Today, this great company that reviews and gives awards to books published by indie authors.
Yeah, a book contest for indie authors.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they had their contest, and Brad, aka Blake Penn, submitted us kind of last minute, but we were so shocked the other day when we woke up to an email that said, "Congratulations, you didn't just win a category, you won Best Book of the Year for our contest."
Dude, I was about to say, I just got on the bottom here, and man, their website, it looks like a freaking Boy Scouts web project. So they need to get a better website. I thought it was fake for a second there just because it looked a little templatey, you know, but this is pretty
Could be worse.
Particularly that page. Their
Yeah.
homepage isn't half bad. And when you like click on our book's own page, it's not half bad. But the page you're looking at with like all of the list of all of the other books.
Well, look, here's 2023 genre winners. That one looks cool. It says The Windy City Terror, The Buddha and the Bee, On a Billionaire. Like, this looks like some Feeders, which looks just like the Tremors. I want to read some of these books based on their covers, which means, I mean, these are some real professionals that were self-publishing. So this is a pretty big accolade, isn't it, bro? I'm sensing it's a big deal.
Why are you entering an Indian book contest?
Yeah. How
Really weird. I don't know.
What?
No,
I mean, are you Indian? I don't understand. This is India Today's book.
I mean, technically, I'm not. No, this is Indies Today, not
Oh, Indies Today.
Indians. People who watched the Sikh episode are gonna be like, "Wait, what? How is this involved? How is this tied?"
I was sensing the absolute groaner foul. You were a dad before dad jokes happened, man. That was a dad joke. So,
No,
bro,
but dude, we won the entire category. So best book of the year. We got some really awesome contest judge reviews, right? They're really, really awesome. And even if you just go to indiestoday.com, I think they're probably going to change it soon, but our book is like the header.
You see, you just go to their website and it's like, read this book.
Yeah, I have it up on the screen right now so everybody can see it.
We wrote that.
Yeah, well, good for you guys, man. So
Thanks,
it looks like the LDS Church is down with the Sikhness, and Ward Radio is friends with, like, are you a big deal now, Brad? Because we talked about like you becoming an international bestseller because you made some list on Amazon the other day, and then now
we did technically achieve that. Yeah,
we would like to be a big deal. We would like that.
Hey, well, now hold
in
on,
the
guys,
most technical sense of the word, international bestsellers. We've technically hit that.
Winning Best Book of the Year from Indie Today on your first ever book That's pretty good.
I don't
It
know.
feels pretty awesome.
So we
It
were
feels
so
pretty awesome.
excited all day.
Dude, it seems
that
like
feels
these
good.
guys. It seems like these guys are legit, and they run a pretty good contest here. And I think you got a lot to be proud of, man. I haven't won a film festival this big. I don't think. Actually, no, that's not true. I did. We won the Sikhness and.
Thank you, Cardi.
Okay, so but it was one movie, New York Times Critics' Choice Award, but it was 2017. It's been a while. All right.
Hey,
So-
hey, Ward Radio has won the most hated channel ever from Anti-Mormons Today.
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah.
that's true. Awesome.
Jonah does run that channel, but yeah.
Prestigious award.
Yeah. So
But yeah. No, it was really, really cool. We're totally psyched about it. If anyone else that is like in our audience is authors, by the way, you should totally enter into this contest and maybe even try to like use these guys for editorial reviews, because these are the best editorial reviews we've gotten.
That's true. That's true.
Except maybe one other company.
I've had a couple other good ones, but these ones are very articulate. They've got like great phrases, like populated with characters you'll either fiercely love or love to hate. I love that. Oh my gosh, that's such a good compliment.
Okay. Wow. Rock on. I'm reading their review of the Chuck Tingle franchise, saying,
Oh my gosh.
since
Good.
Dragon Thief, we haven't had such fanciful erotica. Wow.
Oh
these
my
people, no, I
gosh.
just,
You take that back immediately.
Garden.
It's the family.
Have I told you
What?
when we were picking our pen names, we were this close to being Drake and Raven Pen? But when we looked up Raven Pen,
Raven
free,
Pen is fine.
When we looked up Drake Pen, that is a very prolific erotica writer. We're like,
This is not being
Oh.
channel. Anyone will look it up. Do not look it up. Do not.
this is not an endorsement.
No.
We were like, okay, well, let's switch to Blake
Nothing.
and Raven Pen, so that we keep the
Genre.
B and the R. Yeah.
Oh man, that's too bad. That's too bad because the Anti-Mormons would have loved that.
that is
Well,
funny.
they have somewhere to go. They have somewhere to go now.
You would have built
There's something
bridges,
for
bro.
everyone, right?
You would have built bridges. You know, so okay, awesome. Well, guys, as always, this has been awesome. We're super stoked to see that. Did you say it was Stake President Messino was helping lead the charge in Dubai with our Latter-day Saint brothers, who are teaming up with our super cool Sikh brothers, which is totally awesome. Anyway, yeah, we're glad to see all of this goodness happen. We're glad to see our Sikh brothers and sisters hanging out with us on the other side of the world, and we welcome the service and the interfaith work. We want to keep the conversation going in the comments below. If you guys have had a chance to go to a Sikh temple, if you had a chance to experience one of these service projects and everything, we'd love to hear how it went and to hear the details of that interaction, because we want to learn more. We love everything that we heard so far, and it's been real, and it's been fun, and it's been real fun as always. For this and more, please check us out at wardradio.com.
This is gonna be the best day ever. This is gonna be the best day ever.
Wake up, top of the morning. The bacon is crispy, the coffee is pouring. My meditation is peeling an orange. The bank says I'm already scoring.
I got a parking spot right outside. Step into my brand new ride. All we ever get is green lights and blue skies. This is gonna be the best